Hi guys, today is another beautiful day, and today I'm gonna be sharing with you a very interesting topic, and this is moving to Australia as a teacher. So, if you're a teacher, and if your friend is a teacher, and if your wife is a teacher, if your brother or your sister is a teacher, then this is that beautiful opportunity you've been waiting for, because I'm going to be sharing information about how you can move to Australia as a teacher. And this is that beautiful information you've been waiting for. Well, I will be doing justice to this. I'm not going to take much of your time, so I'm going to make it very practical and make it very easy for you to understand. So, if you're one of these guys, I want to say you have to stay put and watch this video from beginning to the end. And as much as possible, you can share this with your friends. I mean, there are so many opportunities. Australians are in need of teachers. Australia need teacher, and you can easily migrate as a teacher. Of course, you're gonna be having opportunity to get good pay. You're gonna have good life. You're gonna be in the serene environment in one of the healthiest places to live in the world. So it's such a wonderful opportunity for you, and I would like you to listen, and I would like you to make notes and drop your comments in the comment section on YouTube, so that if you need support, I'm gonna give you support. I'm gonna give you all the information you need. Well, let's go searching. Let's start by searching skill occupational lists. And let's go there and see what they have for us. Okay, yeah, here we go. You can see this is Australian government, Department of Home Affairs. You just go down here to skill occupational list and you type. If you know already or know the kind of teacher you are, you just type the kind of teacher you are. I mean, because there are countless lists. I mean, if you type teachers, you're gonna get them in thousands. So it's better you type. Maybe you're a science teacher, a physics teacher, just a science teacher. Then you can see other opportunities. If you're a secondary school teacher, you can type that one and other. So let me just type primary school teacher, and let's search and see what we have. Yeah, we've clicked the search button. Has it given result already? Okay, yeah. So you can see this. This is primary school teacher. Yep, and this is primary school teacher. Here you see 190 scale nominated subclass 190, and you can see what you want. So we click this. Okay, we click this. This is the assessment authority. This is the Australia Institute for Training for Teaching and School Leadership Limited. So you just click on this link. If you click on this link, these are the guys who assess you, because before you can apply for this, you should be able to go through this assessment and come out successfully. If you come out successfully, then you can initiate your application. I mean, your visa application with the Home Affairs. So yeah, here we go. Now you see this is the website of where you can actually be assessed. So if you come here, you're gonna see you come to this very page. This is where you're gonna get the assessment migrate to Australia. So you can decide to click on it. That's fine. Yeah. Otherwise, you can hover over it before you apply. The things you need to know: the fees, agent information, application portal, teaching in Australia, making the move, studying in Australia links. I think the first place you need to go to is before applying. Before applying, you need to know what you should be expecting. Before applying for a teacher job skills assessment, please check with Department of Home Affairs that the visa you are applying for requires this a skill assessment. Of course, you need this. So this is just like, so here they have a number of things for you to do. Number one, you need to check that you meet both criterias. So you must complete a minimum of 4 years full-time or part-time equivalent study at university level, that result in qualification or qualifications and includes a relevant initial teaching education qualification, please see the checklist below for specific criteria. So you must have had a university education of at least 4 years, but this does not qualify you. It has to be about these two. Then the second one, our skill assessment includes an English language requirement that can be met either through a study option or with a suitable academic international English language testing skill. Okay, so you need to have English language testing skill. Of course, band 7.0 in two of the skill. I'm gonna give you more detailed information. This is actually the generic one. So the one which is specific to let's say primary school teacher. This is the primary teacher migration service and support application checklist. So now let's go through this requirements. It's more specific and more detailed. Now, assessment criteria for primary school teachers. All application will be assessed against two criteria. Application must meet both, you see, in capital letter, criteria to obtain a successful outcome. Both in capital letter and also both, because it's quite important to them, and this is why um, they got it well detailed. Sorry, I want. Okay, criteria number one is completion of a minimum of 4 years full time or part time equivalent higher education, university level study that results in qualifications. This must include a relevant initial teaching education qualification and can include other qualification. Initial teachers education qualification requirements. Now, it's not just about having a 4 years degree. You must also have an initial teacher's education qualification. And this initial education qualification is defined this way. The study must include an initial teacher education qualification comparable to the education level of an Australian bachelor degree, Australian Qualification Framework Level 7 or higher, which includes at least 1 year full time or part time equivalent higher education university level study of primary school teachers' initial teachers' education. So you must, irrespective of the fact that you have a degree, let's say you have a degree in English language and you've been teaching English language, this does not qualify you. You must have also had a 1 year education, which is for education for teaching. For example, teachers training, 1 year teachers training, whatever you call it in your country. And you must, in addition, have completed at least 45 days of supervised teaching practice with students across the 5 to 12 years age range. So this and in a primary school setting, not just at home like a lesson study or something. And this must be a supervised, program. So of course, well, this does not is not required for those who studied education, because if you have studied education, you would have passed through, you would have made these two requirements, because you have spent more than 1 year, and in addition you have also had at least up to 45 days teaching practice, okay, which must have covered this. For information about suitable evidence of supervised teaching practice, see application guide page 7 and 8, and there you can see information about teaching practice. Yeah. Other higher education qualification requirements. Higher education qualification contributing to the 4 year of study must be comparable to the education level of an Australian advanced diploma, associate degree, or higher. So this is part of the requirements. So the next thing is If you have met this requirement, the next thing you should be thinking about is English language proficiency. Proficiency in English language demonstrates by one of the following. Option one, you've got about three options. Option one, completion of at least 4 full years of study or part-time equivalent in higher education in university in Australia, Canada, Republic of Ireland, New Zealand, United Kingdom, United States. These six countries, if you study in these six countries, then you are eligible. I mean, if you have completed a 4 year degree, you are eligible to apply without an English language proficiency. Okay. Once you've got a bachelor's degree in any of these countries. Option number two, okay, I think just two options. Option number two is an academic version of an international English language testing system, IOS, test report form that shows a score of at least 7.0 for both reading and writing, and a score of at least 8.0 for both speaking and listening, which means you must get 7.0 for both reading and writing and 8.0 for both speaking and listening. The IELTS test score must appear on a single IELTS TRF test result form and be the result of a test undertaken during the last 24 months. So you're not gonna bring in two results to combine to get this achieved. So if you achieve this, then you're almost there. It means you've done two. Next thing is applicant checklist. So for the applicant checklist, there are a number of things you have to check. Number one is you need to ensure you've got a valid passport, and your valid passport must be at least valid, during the time of application, which means got to have up to 6 months validity at a minimum, and at least some pages vacant, mostly 2 pages vacant. Then this will make your passport valid. In addition to your passport, then you need additional proof of identity, which is additional identity documents, which could be either your birth certificate, your national identity card, official photo bearing document, you know, and they say we accept any photo bearing document, including but not limited to a driver's license, student ID, proof of age, and all that. So if you have any of these two, in addition to your passport, then you would have proved your identity. Then evidence of name change for those who have changed their name, e.g., birth certificate, marriage certificate, or deed pool, if applicable. So if you have changed your names or in your documents, you would be needing that. Then the next is Australian teachers registration. Once you've met the requirements, once you've done the assessment, this is process of the assessment anyway. So if you have achieved all you need and you've registered, then once you are done with the assessment, congratulations to you. The next thing we should be looking at is, okay, I'm done with assessments. What next should I be doing? Well, the next thing we should be looking at is to go to the Immigration to Home Affairs, Australia Government Department of Home Affairs, and you can actually apply if you've gotten a job. You can apply for subclass 482 visa, or you can look up the visa list. You can apply for. One thing I forgot to talk about also is the fee. I forgot to talk more about this, so I'll just go back to this. Just to let you know, if you have done, if you have checked before applying, the next thing you need to check is application portal. You go to the application portal and you're gonna see information. You're gonna log in here. You first get registered and you log in here. This is where you're going to do your application. Okay. Now, if you have done that, the next thing that is important for you to know is the fee. The fee is a bit high, but then it's achievable. The fee for an application is 1,050 AUD, Australian dollar. And if you want to appeal, it's 868 Australian dollar. And employment statement is for this. I mean, these two may be concerning you. So, but then that shouldn't discourage you. It's not very huge amount of money per se, especially compared to what you're gonna get if you move to Australia. So, do visit Migrate to Australia. You have a lot of information there, including links. I also try to drop the link concerning all the informations required, which I've stated here. I'll be dropping link on the guide on how to apply, and I hope this will help you to achieve your dream. So if you've met this requirement, the next thing to do is to hit the Australian Government Department of Home Affairs, and you can apply for. If you've gotten a job already, you can apply for subclass 4A2, the temporary skill shortage visa. You can also apply for skill work regional provisional visa, subclass 491, and you can also apply for subclass 489 and any other visa which should meet the criteria. So, guys, if you do this, then chances are in the next few weeks you're gonna get approval and you will find yourself heading to Australia. And therefore, call on you to share this with your friends and try this out. It's not a very difficult. It's not a difficult process. What chance? Do not forget to share. Do not forget to subscribe. Cheers.